There, Bent. That's it. I'm done.
Fine. Is everything all right, Doc?
You could say so. For someone with your medical record, everything is fine. Retirement agrees with you.
My retirement was a nightmare.
Was a nightmare? Don't tell me you're working again. If so, I have to advise strongly against it.
Let's just say that my life makes sense again, and I owe that to Faye here.
Ah, I see. And here I thought you were trying to save the world again.
Let's talk later, or we will be late for the presentation.
Right. It's your turn now, Miss Faye. Do you have any illnesses I should know about?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it's very much my business. The decision on whether or not you will be allowed on the rig is based on my expert opinion.
Well, I'll stay here then. I didn't travel 500 years to have myself cut open.
Excuse me, I don't think I understand.
Faye, you can trust the doc. He knows what he's doing.
All right. But no hot coals. And no saws. You hear me?
Promise. Bent, if you would wait outside, please. This might take a while, I'm afraid.
Yes, Bent, just go. I'll catch up with you. I can handle this charlatan by myself.
There's the cabinet with the patient records. Mine is in there too. Ah, yes, there it is. Vince Fenson, born severe depression, burnout syndrome, etc., etc. We advise against continuation of employment. Was it really only just 2 years ago? The mattress sags, the bed squeaks, and you are miles away from daylight. I can't stand seeing the bed anymore, even after 2 years have passed. Only people who can produce such a scrap of paper are allowed on the oil rig. The doc already completed it. Only the seal is missing. Doctors and their paperwork. A stamp pad can become as important as a scalpel. Totally dry, just like bureaucracy itself. Vicious stuff. I'm stealing blood from a doctor. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Duva painted the upper one a long time ago, but not the lower one. A drastic measure, but time is short. Morbid, but it worked. Signed in blood, if that isn't a hell of a deal. The doc already completed it, signed by his hand and blood.
Everything peachy, Bent? Where's your companion?
She'll be a while.
That's too bad. The presentation is almost over. Do you have the health certificate?
Here, Barney, that should be all. May I enter now?
Okay. Name's on it. Stamp as well. All right. Time for your big comeback.
Ha!
Nervous?
Should I be?
Well, it's been 2 years since you last saw your son.
Oh, nonsense. I'm not nervous.
Yes?
Could you go ahead, please? This little do-gooder needs to visit the restroom first. What? I just need to pee. I'm not nervous.
Sure, Bent. Sure.
Dr. Svensson, I'm trying to be polite here, What you just told us is ripe with trivial generalizations and esoteric hocus-pocus. We know that our oil reserves will be used up one day. We are aware that we will need to find a way to fill the hole this will rip into the energy supply. We also know that some nuts will be worried about the climate whenever you try offering them workable solutions. What we don't know is why on earth we came here. What miraculous technology are you talking about when you claim to be able to solve all this planet's problems in one stroke?
Thank you for the cue, Mr. Indez. I am talking about a technology that doesn't produce emissions. One that can be replicated easily and that can be grown in every household. It is effective enough to...
Did I understand you correctly? Your miracle plant will grow in every consumer's garden?
Yes. The magic word is reproduction. A small installation that will fit on every balcony will provide enough energy for the household. It is an autonomous and ecological energy. The process is called nitrogenase.
He means hydrogenase.
The process is called hydrogenase, which means that cyanobacteria will convert light, air, and water into high-energy oxygen. The degree of efficiency of the energy output yields values around 0.08%.
What? That's wrong. It's 0.8%.
Do you want to give the lecture, Father?
Maybe we can cut this embarrassing family drama short. The question I ask myself is, what kind of business model do you have in mind? If people grow algae on their balcony like chives, what do we sell them? No one here wants to give away energy for free, right?
Yes. No. The consumer needs the technology to grow the algae and dissipate the hydrogen. Fuel cells for conversion must be bought and maintained. But, well, that's all there is to say on the business aspect of our presentation. I suggest we take a short break. Afterwards, we can jump right in with the calculations.
I would like to see this bacteria in action.
Or that. After the break, we will present the blue-green algae, and then we will talk about the calculations. We will reconvene at 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you.
That was something. And where has Duva disappeared to? The least he could say was hi.
Please don't hold it against him. It's all the excitement about the presentation. And then his father appears out of the blue. He is a bit overwhelmed.
He shouldn't blame himself. He did well. I am more worried about this Indez.
Emilio Indez is a businessman. He needs to ask these kinds of questions.
No, my gut tells me that he's planning something. And I won't leave this room before I've found out exactly what it is. Barney, can I ask you something?
Sure, shoot.
What is Indez doing here?
He was at the climate conference in Oslo. I guess that's where he heard about our research. In any case, he called me right after the conference to make an appointment.
This man is one of the biggest polluters on the planet.
I know, but if he's our only investor in the end...
Then we will be selling our souls to the devil.
Bent, I know you don't like to hear this, but I can't stress it enough. Sometimes you have to compromise if you want to do good.
Who are those two at the table over there?
Mr. and Mrs. Wagner, from Wagner and Wagner, in Vancouver.
They came all the way from Canada?
Not quite. They were on vacation at a fjord when they heard about the presentation.
Well, I hope they don't see this as a day trip. The last thing we need is tourists.
What we need are people with money, and those two have money to burn. So, please, be nice to them.
Who is the man in the white outfit?
That's Saeed Janzir. He is the chief accountant of one of the biggest oil tycoons in the Middle East.
Just an accountant? How much say can an accountant possibly have?
His boss wanted to come himself at first, but he had to cancel on short notice. Bent, times are tough. Beggars can't be choosers.
Just great. Who is the man in the yellow vest and tie?
His name is Mike Zemft. He's doing an internship with us.
Oh? Is he any good?
Hard to tell. He just walks around most of the time, taking notes. If I didn't know better, I'd say he's doing research for a novel.
Sure. Who would want to write a story about guys like us?
Good point. But you know as well as I that crazy people can be found everywhere.
I better get on with things.
Good luck.
The curtain controls. It's stuck. The window is closed. What are those two whispering about?
What do you think about the presentation, Mr. Indes? Do you think this blue-green algae is a good investment?
This cabbage? No way. But I could have told you that before.
If you already knew that, why are you here?
I came here to dispose of a nuisance. A nuisance as small as an ant, but as persistent as a thorn in my side, and as presumptuous as a fat Norwegian who sticks his nose into things that are none of his business.
Go on, don't mind me.
What nuisance are you talking about?
I will tell you in private.
It needs a lot of power, but is otherwise environmentally friendly. I wouldn't accept anything else. Hello, you little, birds. What do you want? And here I thought I was good with kids. Do you like pistachios? There you are. Good. My old telescopic pointer. So what do you think about the bacteria?
I think it's taking much too long. I want to see something.
Please, have a little patience. You will get to see something right after the break.
Good. I don't have all day, you know. My wife and I are expected on a whale watching tour later today, and I don't want to miss that under any circumstance.
You will not regret the wait, I promise.
We'll see.
Do you like the presentation so far?
Oh, yes, it's very nice. I particularly liked the helicopter ride.
I was talking about the cyanobacteria. Does the technology convince you?
There is supposed to be a live presentation after the break. If that is as good as the trip here, your chances are good.
Do you expect a show?
Yes. If you can impress us, you will get our money.
What are those two whispering about? Nudging the stop won't help to unscrew it. The curtain stop is stuck. It really lives up to its name. It's stuck. My old telescopic pointer. My old... I only see one way to reach it.
Do you want to climb on that chair?
Yes, why do you ask?
Well, I thought you were a gentleman, a man with distinction, someone I and my husband would have liked to support financially.
Even a gentleman has to climb on chairs from time to time.
Please, let's not argue. I said my mind. You do what you want with that.
Unless I want to scare off our investors, I'd better find another solution. I don't think that's a good idea. Nudging the stop won't help to unscrew it. This is the lever for the window. Some things just don't belong together. On with it. Ha! That fits perfectly. The Philosopher's Stone, a bottle opener on a pointer.
Are you worried the algae could destroy the energy market?
If a flower power energy everyone could grow on his balcony really existed, then yes, I would be worried. But this cabbage couldn't supply enough energy for a toaster. I'm just worried that these idiots in Oslo might see it differently.
And what do you plan to do about it?
What every good businessman would do. I'm going to buy it. I will put one specimen on my shelf, and I'll dump the rest into the ocean. That's where algae belong, after all. Bon voyage, Dr. Svensson. Arrivederci, Echo Power. And the best thing is, as long as no one else is interested in it, I will get it at a bargain price.
The pig.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the break is over. If you would be so kind to return to your seats. We will commence live presentation of our technology now. As you can see, our assistants provided some algae specimen. Dr. Svensson, if you would.
Of course.
He means me.
Let me do it. I worked on that technology for 30 years. I know how to get the maximum possible result.
Well then, proceed.
The generator transforms the H2 the algae produces into electricity. The generator transforms the H2 the algae produces into electricity. This thing was put here on purpose. The generator gets enough H2 now. Let's freshen up the algae a bit. Well, the algae has light and fresh water, and the gas can freely flow into the generator.
And the light bulb glows. Bravo. Can you really not see the genius in this performance?
The only thing I see is slime in a fish tank.
Dr. Svensson, since no one else seems interested in it, I would like to buy the slime.
Stop, just a second. I forgot something. The presentation isn't over yet.
Well, I can hardly wait.
This thing looks like a rechargeable battery. What the heck is the battery doing on the H2 hose? That can't be a coincidence. Okay then, I'll put the battery in the net. If this works, I will believe every word Faye said. Oh dear.
What have you done?
I just wanted...
Was that the nitrogenase you were talking about?
Who would have thought that 0.8% can be that explosive? Dr. Svensson, why did you give an endless monologue on wind energy instead of showing us this right from the start?
I don't know. Ask my father. He is the uncrowned expert around here.
And, who of you will receive our money?
This stupid doctor. I don't want to get some rest, and I'm not sick either.
Come, please.
Hello?
You have to leave. Attack! Everyone will die.
Delvin, what are you talking about? What attack? Crap! Something's wrong with the antenna. I thought Augie wanted to install it on the helicopter. Oh no, I hope he didn't break it. I'd better go check on it. Unbelievable. Instead of enjoying the sun, they put the desk in the darkest corner. Oh well. At least they already get used to life in a bunker this way. Pity. A view of the oil rig. I'd have loved to see more water. He's having a smoke on the bridge. Wow, there's room for 5 fays. What a pretty material. I wonder what it's made of. What a pretty material. I wonder what it's made of. Who left this lying around? Nail polish? Mascara? A lipstick? Why do people need a paint box for their face? Ah, this file looks useful. No, it doesn't open, and the sign explains why. Due to renovations, 23 is closed down until further notice. No problem. I still have 24. Our cooks at home wear gloves and masks, so no bacteria can get into the nutrition units during the production process.
What do you want?
What are you making? What?
Nothing. We have apple pie and rockfisk.
I'd like to have this rackfisk.
Good choice. It's fresh. There you go.
I'd like to have some apple pie.
Just a second. Bon appetit. If it's too cold, I'll heat it in the microwave oven.
Thanks. The pie is cold.
No problem. Hand it over. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Here.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Locked. But I don't want to get back in there anyway.
I thought I sent you to your cabin. You were supposed to get some rest.
I know. But why?
Why? You threw up blood during the physical examination. That's why. You are ill, and you need rest immediately.
I'm not sick. I'm healthy as a horse.
You are not. You threw up blood, and that's never a good sign. Something is wrong with your internal organs. Before my suspicion is validated, I prescribe bed rest.
Or we can assume that I'm perfectly fine. Do I look ill?
No, but you are. Do you really want to break down rather than listen to me now?
Break down?
Without treatment, you might even die.
What? When?
I don't know, yet you still appear to be fit. But like I said, appearances can be deceiving.
Then I must hold out for a little bit longer. If I really were ill, what could you do about it?
Here? Nothing. You'd have to go to a hospital for a thorough examination.
But I don't have time for that.
You won't have time for anything anymore if you don't take care of it soon.
Do you know who you just sounded like?
No. Who?
You must take care of it immediately, or you won't have a future anymore. You sounded just like me.
Then do yourself a favor and listen to yourself this once.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Then there's nothing more I can do for you.
I have to take care of some very important business. May I?
I'm sorry, but that would be irresponsible of me. You are ill. You need rest.
But it's my business where I'm going.
Not as long as I'm your attending doctor.
What's on the other side of the bridge?
The rest of the oil rig, the workers' area, and the research station. Places where sick people have no business going.
Well, I'll leave then.
I'm just worried about your health.
It's locked.
Excuse me, you may not enter.
Why not?
The presentation is for investors and oil rig staff only. Why don't you grab a bite to eat at the cafeteria? I will tell Dr. Svensson where to find you.
I'd rather look around a bit. Thanks.
As you like.
Augie. Just a second. Delvin, this is Faye. Can you hear me? Delvin, what was that about an attack?
Attack?
Augie, what have you done with the antenna?
I put it up, just like you told me to.
Then why doesn't it work anymore?
Maybe it's too weak, or maybe someone is interfering with us. But it's really not my fault, honestly.
What could interfere with the signal?
Other signals? Some waves?
But what kind of waves?
Other radio waves, maybe? Space waves? Brain waves?
Bran, what?
Telepathy? You don't have that in the future? No? How would I know what kind of waves could be the problem?
What was that about interfering waves?
Look for devices that send out waves and, turn them off.
How can I amplify the transmission power?
That's easy. You look for a big antenna and tap it. I even have a cable. Do you want it?
Oh, yes. Please.
Don't expect too much. It's very short and a little loose sometimes, and, I'll just leave it here, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm reading Gamma Ray vs. Nuke Boy, the grand showdown. Do you want to take a peek?
It only has pictures.
But that's the trick, you see. Text and pictures in perfect symbiosis. It's a total blast. It's called a comic.
Oh, we have comics at home too. We use them to teach the children how to survive in case a nuclear reactor explodes.
They develop superpowers and beat up the dead guys?
Not quite.
A pity.
Oh dear. Did you put up the time radio antenna all by yourself?
Yeah, no biggie. I've wanted to see this baby in action for a while now. I hope I didn't make any mistakes. It went real fast until the cubes. Really, man? Who came up with that crap?
Too true. The cubes are horrible. Thank you for helping.
Yeah, no problem.
See you later.
Yep.
It's steady, but the reception is still weak. A metal ramp, just like the one leading into the dining hall at home. One end of the cable is already attached to it. What was it that I had to do with the antenna?
You'll need to connect a second receiver to your antenna. And if Augie's right, and Augie's always right, you'll have more power to transmit.
It's steady, but the reception is still weak. I'm sure reception will be great with it. The cable is much too short. Hello? Still no reception. Hello?
Hey, Lou. Hang on in there, okay? Oh, hey ho. What can I do for you?
Are you a radio operator?
Yep. Wait. You came here with Ben Svensson, didn't you?
Yes. Why?
Are you related or something? Is he your uncle?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just, you know.
Are you transmitting right now?
Why do you ask?
Could you stop doing that for a moment? You are interfering with my signal.
You and Bent, you are colleagues, right?
No.
Oh, you're not? I just thought, well, because you're traveling together.
Would you please answer my question?
Sure. What was it again? How did you two meet?
Please stop transmitting. You are interfering with my signal.
Hey, it was just a harmless question.
I have to contact a friend, but your signal interferes with mine. So would you please stop transmitting?
I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm talking to Lou from the other oil rig. We have some important things to discuss.
For how much longer?
Until noon break.
When will the noon break begin?
It just has. But Lou and I lost track of time, and we still have so much to talk about. I can't just up and leave. Svensson and you aren't colleagues, and you aren't related.
Why are you asking all these questions about me and Bent?
Why? I'm just curious. That ain't a crime now, is it? Not much else going on this rig anyway.
Why don't you take your break?
Oh, the cafeteria is quite a ways, and I'm too lazy to go there. But no biggie. That way I have more time for my chat with Lou.
I brought you something to eat.
Oh, really?
Rackfisk. Enjoy.
Whoa, my favorite! Hey, Lou, gotta go. Lunch is here. You can tell me later. I'm starving here. Later. Yum. Fantastic.
He seems to have forgotten about me. Well, even better. I must synchronize the radio transmitter with the antenna on Augie's helicopter first. Hello? Still no reception. My time radio transmitter. As long as the time radio antenna is firmly attached to Augie's helicopter, I can use it to send messages across time.
Yes?
I have to go.
See you later.
Empty. It's about 15 feet between the antenna and the ramp. And now it's part of my time radio antenna. And now it's part of my time radio antenna. I must synchronize the radio transmitter with the antenna on Augie's helicopter first. It's steady, but the reception is still weak. Hello? Still no reception. I connected the metal ramp to the time radio antenna. Hello, Augie.
Oh, hey, how's it going? What can I do for you, Faye?
How could I amplify the transmission power again?
Connect your antenna to a bigger one. That's all the advice I can give you.
See you later.
Yep.
What do you want?
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Our cooks at home wear gloves and masks, so no bacteria can get into the nutrition units during the production process. The file fits into the pie perfectly.
What do you want?
The pie is still cold.
Give. Ta. 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 Ta-ta!
Maybe you should stop singing.
What do you know about music?
It's not sending anymore. I must synchronize the radio transmitter with the antenna on Augie's helicopter first. It has to work now. Attention, attention, radio operator Faye speaking. Delvin, can you hear me? Please, don't desert me now. Please, please, please.
Hello, Faye.
Sadi?
There. I am glad our presentation could convince you. I have to admit that the results surprised me a little as well.
Then it was a wonderful surprise for all of us. I can assure you, Doctor, that you were utterly convincing.
Please, dear, we must not hasten our decision, not until we've tested the bacteria ourselves. I therefore propose that the doctor will provide us with a sample of his wonderful algae as soon as possible. And if everything is above board, as I'm sure it will be, independent scientists will have no problem reconstructing the result we saw here earlier. And when they do, we will support you. Or is there a problem?
Let me through. I must talk to Ben Svensson.
It seems the number of your fans increases by the minute, my dear doctor.
I have to talk to him. Please.
Excuse me.
In here, quickly.
Calm down.
Tell me, how did it go?
What?
The algae. Are the investors convinced?
Ha! They are thrilled.
Phew. Good.
Yes, one problem less. But now to you. How was your physical examination?
Tedious.
But everything's all right.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
That's good to know. You are completely out of breath. What happened?
I got a call from Delvin.
And?
The connection was terrible. but I think he wanted to warn us. Someone plans to attack the oil rig.
Are you sure?
Not completely, but it sounded like that.
Did he tell you anything else?
No, that was all.
Did you get any other messages?
Why? From whom?
From Salvador?
Oh, no, I didn't. I only heard from Delvin, and as I said, it was a short message.
You aren't keeping any secrets from me, are you?
No. Why?
Oh, never mind. Must be being close to this Indez guy. I'm seeing conspiracies everywhere.
Well, you can never know.
Right. We have another problem, though, I'm afraid. Someone tried to sabotage the presentation.
What? Why would somebody do that?
I have no idea, but they did everything to prevent the generator from working properly during the presentation. The algae was much weaker than usual.
And yet the investors were convinced?
Yes. It wasn't that much of a problem. I just had someone fetch a better specimen. I think you should try and find out more about this attack while I investigate the algae incident.
Okay. Sounds sensible.
You are really not keeping something from me?
Nah. You?
No.
Well then, see you later. Then go! Sadi, come in, please. Ben says the investors are convinced. You must have been wrong.